That must have been the next passageway. Yeah, I probably am the stupid son. I'm used to that, though. Sometimes you just have to play the cards that you were dealt. Yep, there we go. It's exactly what you were talking about right there. Ah. The snow keeps falling, softly covering up everything in this world. Our sorrow, our defilement, our mistakes. If only we could wipe away these things as easily as that. What have we? Have I been doing, been pursuing for these past 500 years? By the way, how is the person you rescued from Merkava? I heard he recovered consciousness. Yes, well, at first he had lost faith in himself, but now he's better. Car's revived himself and has found some real meaning in his life. If he decides to fight on our side, then our total fighting power shall be greatly increased. Oh God. Oh God, dogs. Oh God. This is my roommate coming home. Got all the dogs all excited. Car, please listen to me. Right now, we must forget about being friend or foe. We all must support one another regardless. Right now, we need your help. I am just trash. A reject. He just slapped the pimp hand is strong! Yeah, the pimp hand is strong. Dude just got the shit slapped out of him in the game. That's what I'm going on about. Yeah. That's for a little bit later. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and pull yourself together, man. Hugo, what are you? Trash. Reject. You can take pity and call yourself that all you want. But what about them? Hey, Crepanzo. Are these women stupid or trash, or rejects too for believing in you? The reason why you helped these girls, who had no one to turn to, may not have been that noble. But in spite of that, they stuck with you. Do you know why? They knew you better than anyone else. They know the true kindness that exists inside your heart. They know because they want to be loved. That is why they won't leave you. Car. Don't make them into the trash or rejects that you speak of. I'm doing alright, Crepanzo. Drinking pretty heavily at the moment. This game is pretty long. It's not the longest game I've played before, but it's pretty long, and it doesn't help that I'm a little slow when it comes to these kind of games. Like every single night before I start streaming, I try and rewatch the tail end of my last stream to jog my memory about what exactly I was doing, stuff like that. I'm not the fastest, but I know we're getting real close to the end. It's some side stuff, and then the final boss sequence, and that's all that's left. I'm just gonna have fun with the side stuff tonight. The reason I did like Tukadin yesterday and everything rather than my normal stream is I just been sick as hell, and my head hurting and all that, and sit down and read, then have to do something more serious. But I'm starting to feel better this evening, so. Drinks do make games better as long as there's not so many drinks that you forget what you did in the game. Not that that's ever happened to me or anything, but it does seem like I've been playing it forever. But then again, you know, it's like me and Keldon alternate streams, but then he also streams one more night for his normal games. One more night per week than I do. Over this past month, I've been cutting my streams off at 3 to 3.5 hours, when typically I could go 4 or 5. And I've been having a lot going on. I've been going into work or traveling a lot over the past month, and then sick off and on. It's just been kind of rough, but we're going to keep going. We're close to finishing this. We got the Chrono Trigger dual stream tomorrow night, and then we'll move on to Persona 4. I'm trying to decide if I'm just going to solo Persona 4 on the side of the Chrono Trigger dual stream, or also cycling another game beside it. Guy that was in earlier when me and Keldon were playing Tukadin, his name is Skunky Farts, kept saying I should play Vagrant Story, which I've heard a lot about but I never played, and apparently it's got a PS3 release, all for the PlayStation Network, so that might be one to look at. Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to, so. Commander. All of you. Needless to say, you're not trash or a reject. We know that better than anyone does. I didn't realize what I've been looking for was so close to me. Yeah, Keldon, when he was recommending Vagrant Story earlier, Keldon mentioned that he had played that some at the very beginning of his stream, and he said it was a very timing-based game. So, I don't know, I like to think I have decent reflexes, but I don't know. I tend to think that just because I was really good at Counter-Strike. I'm sorry for not realizing sooner. Ah, Commander. So much has happened between him and I. When this battle ends, I want to face Ramses one-on-one in sport, not war, as a martial artist. I'm sure he wishes the same thing too. Perhaps. Faye, May I ask you something? About Ellie. What if, even if we break Zohar's spell, she doesn't return to normal? Ellie will be back to her usual self. I will go on believing that. Even if that doesn't happen, I will still... Well, let's just say I'm prepared for that too. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, you know. Your opponent is the person you love. You decide to quit now, no one will blame you. To quit would be meaningless. All that I have fought for, and all that I live for, would come to have no meaning at all. People should be free, with no one bound by others, and no one binding others. Inside of me, there is a part of me that desires the freedom, and a part of me that gives me hope. So I shall fight to win the true freedom, for we are all still alive. We fight to live. That's the reason why I fight. It's proof I'm human. There he is. No, it's a hard-ass game. Promised my father and myself too that I would free Ellie from Deus Spines, that I would save her. I understand, so let's keep believing and hope for a miracle. Don't start the whole sequence. Please. Please, no. Okay, thank God. Hey, CBFTW. How you doing this evening? This is your favorite JRPG on PS1? It's definitely been a good one. This is my first playthrough, though. I know I'm getting close to the end of it. I guess I would say my favorite JRPG, not just on PS1, would be Chrono Trigger, and I guess I would say my favorite JRPG on PS1 would be Chrono Cross, but there's a ton of titles I haven't played, so I guess as far as PS1 goes, that doesn't carry a lot of weight. So we went past that guy. Is that it? I don't know, at this point I'm starting to get kind of inclined to make a run at old Deus and see what he's got for me. Oh, you and your digging ass in the hole.